So before I get into issue 27 of The Flash, I just want to say that this was actually the series that got me back into reading comic books in the first place. Just to tell a little quick story, for those who don't know, I have been away from comic books for a very long time. I used to read comic books all the time as a kid. I stopped reading them when I turned about 11, 12. It's been about 2 decades. I'm 31 now. And the reason why I started getting back into comic books was because I was watching a friend of mine streaming Injustice 2, and he mained The Flash. And as he was playing, he kept on talking about the Flash's character, his history, the mythos, the villains, all that stuff, and it really started to interest me. So I decided, you know what, maybe I'll give The Flash a read or two. And I happened to stumble upon DC's Rebirth, The Flash, and thought, well, this is the perfect place to start. So I started reading the series, got all caught up, enjoyed the hell out of it, and then that's when I started branching out and started reading anything else that grabbed my interest. So it was actually this very series that got me back. And so far, the series is really good. So we got The Flash, Roadkill. For anyone who hasn't read the previous series, basically Reverse Flash has decided to fuck with Barry Allen once again. He captured Iris, took her into the future. The Flash went to follow after him. Then Reverse Flash revealed to Iris that the Flash is really her boyfriend, Barry Allen. And shit got real. Something happened to the Flash, and he was able to get the negative Speed Force power. And this whole issue is basically just a huge battle, and it's a really cool fight. So we actually start off with a forward from Reverse Flash. I'm just gonna keep calling him Reverse Flash because I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Is it Thwane? I probably totally butchered it, so I'm just gonna keep calling it. So I'll just refer to him as Reverse. So it starts with the forward from Reverse on the life and times of the Flash, the world's greatest hero. For anyone who hasn't read the previous issues, basically the origin for Reverse Flash is a lot different than it originally was. In this Rebirth series, the Flash, Barry Allen, went into the future, discovered Reverse Flash. They became friends. They hanged out and stuff like that. Barry Allen taught him some Flash powers, and then he left him with that quote, "Every second counts." And then he went back into the back into the past, or to him his present day. And Reverse Flash went back to, I guess, meet him, and he discovered Flash hanging out with Wally and talking and sharing Wally the "Every second counts." And Reverse Flash hated that because he thought that that was their moment, and here Barry is sharing that moment with someone else. And Reverse basically felt that Barry forgot all about him, and that's why he wanted to go back into the past and make sure that Barry will never forget him by killing his mom and stuff. So basically, they turned Reverse Flash into a psychotic fan. So currently they're in the future, but Flash grabs Barry and just takes him into the past. So we get this really awesome page where we see Reverse Flash and regular Flash fighting through time. So we start off with the caveman, then we got ancient Egypt, and then I'm assuming that's medieval times. We got World War One, present day, and then back into the future, and it looks so cool. So they end up right back to where they started their fight, and Barry's why won't you stop? Why do you keep invading my life? And Weaver says, it's because it's the only time you'll spend with me. So yeah, basically Reverse Flash is a psychotic fan, like I mentioned earlier. So like I said, Barry just snaps, runs around him, and we find out that it was his powers. So then Reverse Flash is like, I'm just gonna keep coming back again and again, and then Iris kills him. I did not see this coming. This was so cool. So Iris is like, enough of your shit. Grabs the gun that's actually a gun that was used by Captain Cold in a previous issue, I believe. It looks exactly the same. So yeah, she uses it and just kills Reverse Flash. But of course, Reverse Flash has died before. He's even died in this series earlier when he apparently saw quote unquote God. So I'm pretty sure he'll be back. But I just thought it was pretty cool how she just... That's the one thing that always kind of bothered me about superheroes. It's like, you keep letting the villains go, and they're just going to keep causing destruction over and over again. And it's like you capture them, throw them in prison, they come back. You keep defeating them, they come back, and they just come back and just keep ruining your lives, keep ruining the lives of everyone else. Like, how many times has Joker busted out of Arkham and just murdered people? It's like it would have been so much easier if Batman just killed him once and for all and just saved countless future lives. But nope, he can't because, well, if I kill them, then I'm going to be just as bad as them. Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry. That's why, like, that's the one thing about most superheroes I hate. That's why I love characters like Punisher, who's just like, you know what? I'm taking you out right here and now, so you don't ever have to hurt anyone else again. Like, those are the kind of heroes I get behind. But yeah, I thought this was really cool. Iris just obliterates Reverse Flash. And then she turns the gun on Barry. And he's like, you don't have to be afraid. And he goes to hold her. And she just basically backs away from him and tells him to take her home. So he does. So we go to Central City where the new Wally is in the hospital. And again, and Iris says, was there anything else that you've lied to me about? And Barry remembers about original Wally. And it looks like he's about to tell her when she says, just go away, Barry. Just go away. And this part really kind of bugged me because in the previous issue, Reverse Flash reveals Barry's identity as the Flash to Iris. And Barry freaks out and he thinks that Iris is going to hate him. So he runs away. And, well, he doesn't run away, but he runs after Reverse Flash. And Iris basically says, don't go away. We can deal with this together. So it looked like, rather than the classic "you lied to me, I don't ever want to see you again" stereotype that we see a lot in superheroes, she was actually more understanding. She was like, you lied, but I understood why you lied, and let's just talk about this and we can work through this. That was just in the previous issue, and now all of a sudden she just did a complete 180, and it's kind of like, why? It just feels like it was just done for unnecessary drama. So yeah, I didn't really care for that. Because I actually thought that the previous issue was pretty good, just the way that they handled how they broke cliche with her actually being understanding. So yeah, that just seemed like a complete character flip in just 2 issues, like I said, because this just happened in the previous issue. So then we get more of Reverse Flame's forward, and it says, it's a shame, but I doubt that I'll ever meet the Flash to tell him how I feel. This was before he met the Flash. That even though I had no one in my life, his sense of hope was a light in the darkness of the future. As long as I had that, I was never alone. And then we end with Barry just depressed at his desk. And that's one thing that I kind of wasn't expecting for this series to be. Like I said, I got into this series because of a friend who was streaming Injustice and playing as the Flash and talking about it. And from what he was talking about, it seemed like the Flash was more, I don't want to say lighthearted or comedic, but it wasn't as dark and grim and depressing as the other Justice League, series. It was a lot more, Barry was a lot more fun loving. And we haven't really gotten that in this series. This series has been it's basically been kicking Barry till he's down, and then kicking him some more while he's down. And I'm just wondering, when are things going to turn around? But yeah, in the next issue, it says, new look, new powers, new problems. So I'm assuming he still has the negative Speed Force, because it never showed him losing it. So I'm assuming he still has it, and that's what the next arc is going to be about. So yeah, that's the end of The Flash issue number 27. It's, like I said, it's a really good series. I'm really enjoying it so far. I am hoping to catch up with some of the other DC characters. I picked up the first trade paperbacks of Aquaman from the library, and I still got to read those. And then I want to catch up on Green Lanterns and Hal Jordan, Red Hood, Batman, Superman. I haven't read any of those. The only thing so far I'm caught up on is Deathstroke and The Flash in terms of DC Rebirth series. So those are what I'm going to be focusing on soon, hopefully. But yeah, so far I'm loving everything that DC has been doing. I'm glad that they've made a huge turnaround. They saw the problems that they were causing with the New 52, and rather than doubling down on it like Marvel's doing with their characters, DC is like, you know what? You guys are right. You, the fans, are right. We were wrong. we are going to give you what you want. And so far, they've been doing a great job at that. So yeah, anyways, that's Flash 27. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have any of you guys been reading this series? What do you guys think so far of it? What do you guys think of Reverse Flash's new origin story about how he basically became evil and did the things he did to the Flash because he felt the Flash forgot about him, and that's why he like killed Barry's mom, was so the Flash would never forget him. I don't know. It's an interesting take, but I've heard like a lot of people didn't care for it. Like they prefer the original origin story. But anyways, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys all next time. Later.